There's this thing that happens in a society where there is a baseline of human behavior coupled with similarly calibrated expectations. Under normal circumstances, these two elements are essentially aligned and in sync. Then, inevitably, a rogue member of society goes completely off script and does the unthinkable, saying and doing things that go so far beyond the established norms that instead of triggering the appropriate socio-political backlash, a profound schism is created. The insanity is so extreme that society cannot accept what is happening or what has happened. There is no appropriate context for comparison. It is new territory. A sane society recalibrates, reevaluates, rebalances. Society scales its expectations to establish a threshold of acceptability capable of accounting for these new instabilities, countering and neutralizing them. An insane society carries on like nothing has changed, like nothing has happened. It attempts to continue applying inadequate logic designed for historical scenarios to situations that have clearly exceeded them. Individuals within this society recognize the critical flaw in this strategy. They do not have the luxury to live in denial. Their existential threats are tangible, and they only have one life to live and to lose. Society, however, is immortal and only subject to erosion and is therefore capable of laboring under endless abstract delusions. At worst, it will collapse and rebuild, having learned nothing. Only the survivors will have grown wiser. The very same aforementioned individuals who realized rightly that something was undeniably amiss. If I were to tell you that it is not normal or sane to consider a pathological liar, a pedophile, a rapist, a serial fraudster, or a felon for a position of power and authority, least of all the highest public office in the land, you would be compelled to agree, regardless of the law or the status quo. On common sense alone, you would find it impossible to disagree. And this is all without the rhetorical requirement to invoke the ideals of justice, morality, patriotism, civic pride and principle, values, and last but not least, common decency. Let us for a moment shift focus to what theoretically makes America great, if ever such a claim could be objectively made. Unparalleled freedom and liberty, forged through adversity, balanced with responsibility, tempered by duty, equality in opportunity granted to those able and willing to pursue their own happiness, justice for all, none above the law but rather subjected to it, democracy, out of many, one. These high-minded ideals cannot coexist with oppression, discrimination, corruption, fascism, or treason. In short, the idea of America in its purest Platonic form is the complete opposite of Donald J. Trump in every conceivable way. It is not sane to act as though such a man is qualified for an office that requires the utmost integrity, accountability, and vision. It is insane to even entertain the notion that such a thing could ever be possible. That it is, and that it has, not only denigrates and discredits America as a concept, it seeks to destroy the very values Americans claim to epitomize, and as such, it is damning. Donald Trump cannot be President of the United States. Donald Trump must be held accountable for his many crimes against our country, and his many crimes as an American citizen. It's time for rationality and the rule of law to return to American politics. The Republican Party should immediately revoke Trump's nomination for president, followed by a swift and unconditional apology by the entire body of the Republican National Committee for their gross negligence and completely irresponsible conduct. Trump should be condemned and disavowed in the strongest possible terms. He should be stripped of all of his privileges afforded a former president and detained until his sentencing is carried out. Thanks for watching.